Hey, this is the Daily Overpass. My name is Eric and I make apps. Now today I want to talk about reaching for the brass ring. So there's this phrase I always really liked, which was called reaching for the brass ring or grabbing the brass ring. Like if you're really striving for something is what it means. So like you're really striving for the brass ring, you're reaching for it, you got your eyes on the prize, so to speak. Right? And what it means is in the old merry-go-rounds or roundabouts as they're called here, you know, the horses that go round and round, they used to have an electric arm that would come out. Some of them did. They had an electric arm that would come out with a brass ring at the end. So while you're going around on the horses round and round, you could reach out and try to grab the brass ring. I remember seeing one at Balboa Park in San Diego. I think they still have it. That's the only time I've ever actually really seen one. But everyone would reach out and try to grab the brass ring, because if they grab the brass ring, they get another free ride, right? Because think about it, you know, the merry-go-rounds or roundabouts are really kind of boring. I mean, if you don't have like a girlfriend or kids with you, it's kind of a boring ride. But when you reach for the brass ring, it's fun. But the thing about the reason I like the phrase is because when you reach out for the brass ring, and I remember seeing kids doing it, and when I was a kid, I was too afraid to reach out because I didn't want to let go of the pole. Because when you're small and you got little arms, to reach out and grab the brass ring, to be the guy who gets the brass ring, you have to loosen your grip on the pole. You have to lean out. There's a danger of falling, which is why it's not easy to do, right? That's why everybody does it. If it was easy to grab the brass ring, it wouldn't have any value. Everybody would get a free ride. So you reach for the brass ring, you do it. And now these days, I start thinking about the phrase because to me, it doesn't just mean reach for the brass ring like there's a prize there, you should reach out and get it. It's more the risk that's involved. In order to reach the brass ring on a roundabout, you had to lean out a little bit. You risked falling, you risked messing up, you risked making a fool of yourself, you risked breaking an arm or whatever, right? And sometimes I start to think there's things that I really want, but I've always really want them. They're always just out of reach because I don't accept the risk that's involved with them. Sometimes I think it's not how much you want something, but how much are you willing to risk to get it, right? Everywhere I've gotten forward in my life, or every bit of advantage I've gotten in my life, was because I risked something. I risked my job, or I risked some money, or I risked something else. And all the stuff that just came to me, I didn't value as much, because they didn't have the same kind of value. But the times where I've risked things, the times where I've reached for the brass ring, are the things I'm most proud of. And in 2019, next year, I plan on reaching for the brass ring. Let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. That's it for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.